asr laa julli so ma ne waaw now is 5 o'clock te fajar jot na so noonu laa demee jàppa ba pare ma ñëw mu mel ne nit moo ma ne seetal time bi ma seet time bi nekk 8 o'clock la so noonu laa demee fay boor yi yëpp lifin mooy Maghrib ak lifin Isha ma jillaale lifin safa witr since then can you believe up to now nelaw ma sa 1 minute suma bët yaa ngi woo koŋ xam naa ne boori 5 si ngoon daal su ma resist rek foog ma dem tëddi my brother, may the Almighty Allah guide all of us, patriotic citizens, true Muslims that are fighting for justice, who are fighting for their rights, those people that are being oppressed because of their religion or race or ethnicity. May the Almighty Allah guard all of us, protect all of us, guide all of us, and shower His infinite blessings, bounties, and mercies upon all of us throughout our lives in this world. Amen. And grant us taqwa, hikmah, tawfiq, tawheed, iman, rizq, ibadah, barakah, purify us, perfect us, guide us, and grant us refuge with Him from Satan the accursed. Grant us absolute obedience, absolute belief, absolute piety, and worshiping Him alone and only Him alone throughout our lives in this world. And as well grant us perfect health, peace, prosperity, and happiness throughout our lives in this world. And grant us Jannatul Firdaus in the hereafter. Allahumma ameen ya rabbil alamin. Allahumma ameen ya rabbil alamin. Allahumma ameen ya rabbil alamin. Brother, Tonyalem Senegal be ñanta moy la, dunia be ñanta moy la, Gambian be ñanta moy la. Yes, because definitely this is something else. You remember not long ago, wane nañ gaal yi ñëw Gambia, petro tankers yi ñëw Gambia ba ñu wax ne loolu fan lan la ñëw ci Gambia lifin bi. Okay, some say maybe these are illegally living vessels belonging to countries that are under sanctions and now are using Gambia as a cover because they're flying Gambian flag. But the thing is, they are not smuggling oil. They are going to Senegal to collect the oil, our oil. You see? Me ala sonta fem be maboreng abe funtilal. Abe funtilal. Inshallah nadiata alay. Abe be funtilal. Yes. But I'm definitely disappointed by Usman Sonko, who says that he's a Muslim. Buguma aleli jambo. Alel bi ngeen a jëfandikoo ko Gambia ngeen ko sàcce foofu ngeen nekk di sàcca di yóbbu seen dëkk loolu du things you should highlight that nga ne bëgguloo aleli jambo musuloo jël aleli jambo wat now yéen a ngi jël oil bi ñoo jël moomuñ ko so how is it possible that yaa doo jël aleli jambo musuloo sàcca the state of Senegal Macky Sall sàccakat bi ñëpp xam mu def deal ak Adama Barrow ñuy pompe ñoo gas ñu oil bi ñu ko pompe to Sénégal ñu ko yóbbu moom lu moo wax bu dee loolu la kon depuis dee bu mu jëlee réew mi si la waroon a wax réew mi ne lifin bi diw bi bu ñoo jëfandikoo moomuñ ko so how is it possible yow nga ne doo jël alal jàmbur ba pare yaa ngi jël alal jàmbur kenn jàmbur su fekkee ne it belongs to one person loolu sax ba axala sakatuma e whole réew boo xam ne seen alal boobu ngeen a jël yéen di ko jëfandikoo kon soo nekkee muslim war loo ragal da nga wax dëgg because that is what you should do su fekkee ne wax nga ne yow muslim nga ñu ne waliwu nga waliwu du def lu moo def ni waaw waaye the thing is ñaan boobu man d'accord ma si waaw ñaan boobu d'accord ma si dang leen a wax dëgg nga ne leen yal na yàlla na dugal seen xol yi ngeen ragal ko ngeen stop li ngeen xam ne baaxut loolu rek ngay wax waaw loolu la waaye ñaanal leen lii man bokkuma si my brother man daal man dama am principle waaw sooy def lu bon du ma la ñaanal de lu bon loo xam ne yaa ko tey loo xam ne yaa ngi def baaxut xamuloo ko naa la ñaanal yàlla waaye loo xam ne yaa ko tey te yow nga ne muslim nga yaa wax ne doo jël alal yàmbur definitely du ma la ñaanal ñetta oil boobu suñ ko lifinoo Gambia ni ko Gambia coono bu fa nekkal léegi nii loolu du am dëkk bi yaaxu na waaye ñii dañ ñëw pour oil bi ñoomi neen ñu ko séedoo to the detriment of the Gambians ñu ne Gambia the people of the Gambia elected them and they stole the oil and sold and took it to Senegal and selling it ñoom ñu ngi ku nekk mu ngi am yàlla xam ñaata millions la moo amee mont while Gambian hospitals are reduced to trash jigéen bu dem lopitaan nga dee niidul yi ñoo injecté dañ ko use on 8 people loolu war na am Gambia Sénégal dañ daa ñëw di faju Gambia lañ doon fajoo te liñ daan fay sax they pay just like the Gambians and it's very low waaye Gambian bu dem Sénégal rek ñu laa charge a fortune nga xam ne treatment in Sénégal baadoola Gambia mënu ko am waaw my brother man duma ñaanal kenn de ñii duma lay ñaanal musiba waaye tam duma lay ñaanal jàmm man dama leen a bàyyi ak yàlla ba ma delloo Gambia si la affaire yëpp di leer because boobu nee naa leen naxari ne they are going to lose it wow and then we take further legal action they will account for everything moom moo wax ne Sénégal accountability moo fa nekk Gambia accountability moo fa nekk wow so he should know that there be no compromise on this but make it very clear suñ foogee ne Sénégal suñ ne dañoo annex Gambia dama leen a wipe out I will wipe them out loolu moom sax buñ ko xalaat sax seen soldat yi nga xam ne sax scouts yi ñoo leen gën a brave ñu ngi lifin Casamance waaye du dee ne Gambian troops because ñoom yi ne ñii dañ leen a fara comme ay dream ba pare look at the wickedness instead of ñu jox leen let them bring living dañ sàcca suñu weapons yëpp yóbbu ko Sénégal weapons yu baax yi yëpp lañ yóbbu US pour auzu billahi mina shaytani rajim bismillahi rahmani rahim alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh my dear brother assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh bala nga fay la Senegal man petroleum soto niya soto ni wa atara France asina meta I told you this gas of for this is the largest gas deficit one of the largest gas deficit in the world petrol member Gambia la balkono can be compared to Saudi Arabia or Venezuela dollar petroleum reserves okay amante fenko interfango la si fenketa yalo ikamol nena ka poko lady foreign oil companies na ye lancing soto puka exploration ke okay kabrin jawra la jamano iba foka bare imaji ala menke inata do sing imam futa fenko to fan imam futa fenko oil to iko is a dry well it's not true okay dilo men kata wolem they know that Gambia has a lot of petrol but the west ida kota ko UK and America iko ibe West Africa la petrol ibe wari saf la le follow yeah arabo la petrol exploit because iko wati be sila arabo ni along ibe wula be keleni la then they come to West Africa wala keda what secret fenko le keda between the Jawara and the British government with the Americans okay so kabir intol nata fenke ngamira ko bantal kaba Jawara will appoint as petroleum fenko commissioner and one more ala fenko for abarending wala no amake barending something like Yahya is his uncle. Okay? So, Yalom Kabinton at Antemabul. If you want to work with us, you work with us. If you don't want, I'm going to kick you out or send you to jail. So, Lunkiling Walter and Kaiko Franco Bayman Keta, Walla papers be bodina. Gago Aleja Farming City. Honeybee, you want to continue with that with your uncle? Gago Wolungala Afengata Wolungala Warta Molia Jetrikunta Ba Wolungo Fanatiba Kandri Yale Kawajara be Fenko Kettle Natland office Abe Muginya Habeto Hep Jariwan He Jamante dapat tanggal kiri. And Mambureja was there. So, okay. Company do. Ya fenkele. Ika formule ko it's not economically viable. So, and then they wanted a lancing for 30 years. Can you understand? So, petroleum is not a tree. You cannot fool me. Petroleum is not a tree. That will wait for 30 years, 35 years. So if it is not there, are you telling me you want the well to grow? Petroleum is not a tree, it's natural. So living in 35 years, I'm not going to accept that. You can go. We are going to we are going to we are going to do the exploration ourselves. Okay? So don't governor here, the World Bank can pay for this and that. However, the World Bank will not pay for this. So I like it. I tell you more de bole. Okay. Libya la masake yemembondi. Aladdin fula. Walnata. Okay. We know some Canadians that we can bring to work with you. Okay? So oil exploration up to design of the well can design everything. Okay? Intel Lengajo. About $4 million. Knowledge of this company. Exploration care. Wala tina kabiri wakuma setado. Na Gambian students ki Taiwan la. Petroleum studies. Well management, engineering, pipeline, everything. Because we don't want foreign experts to control our oil. Wala tina train. Don't have attachment up to Ipinjana, Venezuela, Hugo Chavez le Bijeno, Dol Tata for Qatar, Doli train Kuwait. You remember GNPC? I trained them in preparation for when we start drilling, we will not need too many outsiders. Okay? So I know this. Kabiri we announced the discovery of oil in the Gambia. Ablawa da domadi anyabe malan. For akafanye, very soon Gambia will become like the Emirates. Akonye bara yalon ko nsa sunya nole. You know, ka paipo keje ka paipo fenkenanje. Nga funtin di Senegal. Okay, he was saying like he was joking. Ngako any day, Ngako, how are you going to drill in our water in Dotalon? Okay? Ngako, I try, and then you know what I'm going to do. Ngako, I learn. Okay? So it will campaign back at the Forbes magazine in Yemelonko is very expensive. Yeah, advertisement kejela. Senegalese la block. Ñun am nañ blocks yu bari. Wow. They went to Forbes. Gaay ñew ñu gis ne oil bi nekkul Sénégal, Gambia la nekk. Am na ñu joxoon lancing sax. Americans, I think Kodako. So ñu gis ne foofu abul, so ñu ne dañoo négocier pour ñu drill lifin bi bu Gambia bi boole ko Senegal. Manako, that is not going to happen. Manako, if you want my petroleum, you come to me. Don't even talk to me about Senegal. Manako, in fact, this is the end of the discussion. You think we are stupid? So by Walenyam. Abla wada imfa. Yawalake. Munat na senu dabo bebe deri. It was bebe deri. Nyunkuola. Because he dabi jeli. Because at that time, 2018, Usenda was in the government. Usenda was in the government. Basically, he was almost in charge because Adama Barrow was just a figurehead. Agafo in Mfama. Coalition Be Dabijele. They are not talking about it. So Adi enjoy Sila. Adi enjoy Sila. And I told Fanani, boy Kujabi la Fenka, la pleje mo be amoy. By boy kujabla bantaba, I go aita viral. Gambia no be a lot long ko nyin ne be cherry. To our gabo ha 5% go you think I'll take 5%? It's not going to happen. Nga faida studies ke for nga long every oil rig jël dem ka essential sang astafurlah ka petroleum oil drill I knew the total cost ngalon. Okay? Bare okay, this petrol is not between Gambia and Senegal. This petrol is inside Gambian territorial waters. Only Sangamar coming for Sangamar. How many years you advertised la Moma Solar Fentije? Okay? So I'm told in Senegal time, I've been told inside Gambian territorial waters. They cannot claim that. So no matter whatever fault you make, you cannot lose your petrol. It's not possible. It's not possible. How can you lose your petroleum in your own country because there was a breach in the contract? No way. No. No, it's not possible. Yes. You cannot lose a country, you lose your oil because the government messed up. No, you cannot do that. They cannot do that. I dealt with petroleum lawyers. What can they confront it? It's not possible. Bankola Fango, you lose it to another country or to a foreign company. No way. It has never happened in the history of the world. Yeah. Do you know how many times we went to court because of this oil? The Canadian lawyer told that we cannot win. You come and I guide you. Mamura is my witness. You could go. 3 times he went to Sambala court, international. Malong for Fenkonying, I forgot the name of the company. Well, not a GPMB song. So-called privatization. Coming for the most profitable companies, African force privatized. We Africans being stupid. We just went into globalization and privatization. And even Nigeria had one of the best airlines in Africa. Nigeria Airways was a household name in Africa. Nigeria's fishing shipping, cargo vessels, Jammeh Soto, even Ghana, in other private, privatized. To better because they know that it's lucrative business. If you have a cargo vessel, you will always have money. In other, you be privatized. The company is called Alimenta. Well, GPMB song. And the only payment that we saw was $400,000. 400,000. So the rest of the payment, digital. We could have taken Jaura to court for that. But what did we do? We seized the GPMB. Now let them go and deal with Jaura who sold it to them. They can't all threaten, no, they will, the Europeans will back them, Altasi. You are talking about law. I know the law. Even the late Famara Jata, we cannot win this law. Because that is what the lawyer said, international lawyer said, we cannot win this case. Ngo itole into Samba court. Abe koilat. Yes. So I made it very clear. Let them tell them that after losing the court, they will lose the case, and now we will take them to court. And there was another American that was helping us. But Atafangwa is an international lawyer. According for us to win this case, it's not possible because, okay, the case is in Europe. I think it was in Geneva. World Bank, no, you have to give it back to these people, otherwise we cannot win the case. I told them to go to hell. I sent soldiers to take over the place. But Gambian, my brother, is very sad. It's very sad. Antoine Gay, I think it was Antoine Gay. And that was another case. Gambian not allow I escape. Iborta. We have already taken over, so that's not a. And you send soldiers to invade the place. Even that is another case. I don't think you know whom you're dealing with. Alain told Marco na evidence Jammeh soto. They took one of they told me that was one of the best law firms in Europe. Lalif and Lalif. I will never forget that name. So the lawyer, I think the Canadian lawyer, the Canadian lawyers, evidence there from each sitting keta twice ikonga adjourn. No, you cannot adjourn it. No, you cannot force it because they took you to court. You didn't take them to court. I told them, but then at the end of the day, they will pay us the cost of coming every time. So the lawyer, okay, definitely, there is nothing we can do about it because they took you to court. So I insisted that no, it's not fair. They took us to court and then keep adjourning, and we have to go there. It's not going to happen. So the Canadian law said, go and tell the court that we are an African country. And we cannot have the luxury of going to Geneva all the time. Okay? They either continue the court or we will also take them to court. But we want them to finish the court. They are proceeding because they're going to lose the case. And then now we will take them to court. My brother, Kabirin nata evidence do bondi nang wrong. Iko ya adjourn indefinitely. It's not going to happen because then it will be at cost to us. We have to retain the lawyer, the retainer. It's cost to us. The lawyer kwenye where did you study law? Which university? The University High School of the Gambia. I didn't study law. Well, what we did was a short course. About what? 2 months. But that was in the Gambia depot. But then at that time, thank you, Malam Fariba, if you will remember 81 coup, there was a prosecutor called J.K. Dako. He was known in the Gambia. At nine more prosecute. Prayer can would be difficult. Iko kabirum fenke Rawlings, yeah, accused. I think at the first fengo coup plot will not have failed. Yeah, muta. So fenke J.K. Dako will I prosecute and some others. So I think Fenkenying, yeah, convicted and they sentenced him to death. Jerry Rawlings. So Kabiri ya samba Fengoto, Prisinoto, death row. The soldiers started because he was in the I think in the military prison. So soldiers make a guard. He can suffer all over. If you kill this man, we will burn you alive. So when I can, the soldiers, yeah, prison that yeah, Jerry Rawlings body, I could attack. But Jeke Dako, ala sole, akanata adunta, anamela bota adunta togola. Then another funtina Gambia. Allah Akbar. So nyinko Jeke Dako fan kabira abentol tala class. Akonya you be a very good lawyer. Ngaigo law is common sense. I don't need to go to university. Malo adolonde bare law.